All right, everyone, here we go with the Soulmate Journey update. We didn't do one last week. I don't think we did. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But it doesn't feel like we did. It feels like it's been a little while. One deck for the DF, one deck for the DM. Randomly, by the way, the bottom of your deck, most of you are the DFs watching, right? You come to my channel. Not you didn't run, right? You're watching tarot readings, the Hierophant. It's a very spiritual time for you, I think. I think Uranus and Gemini, which happened already. It happened probably went in about midnight, 12:45 my time. You know, it's about 7 a.m. here now. So, how about that? Bottom of yours, yeah, King of Wands, Burger King. A lot of pride here. I've drawn to the Lion. Sometimes when I'm drawn to that Lion, I get passion. Sometimes I get pride. Somebody's very proud. Pride can hurt you. It can hurt you a little bit. Being too proud of your accomplishments, people start to lose respect for you, right? You get ego. Or just being too proud to admit you went the wrong way. That can cause you a lot of problems too. You end up going over the cliff with the bus. That's not good. Let's shuffle the deck for the DF. Let's see where we go. I think it's going to be a very good time for you. I think it's going to be a very interesting time for this side. Let's do it. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, where you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. And again, you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. We've been tracking the soulmate cycle with these type of readings here since about July of 2021, I think. You know, it's been a while. 4 years now I've been tracking the cycle. Wow, that's amazing. All right. Surprised I held out that long. Honestly, if it wasn't still fun for me, I wouldn't be here. It's kind of fun. I don't mind. Everybody seems to watch, so whatever. Okay. Bottom of the deck for you, 8 of Cups. This has been coming up a lot, right? Did I show you? I went out of my way to show you this card in a recent reading. Let's see what your base energy is. Yeah, the 3 of Pentacles. It's sort of an energy, just talking about you for a moment, not in relation to this. Well, maybe it is in relation to this. Just in general. Sometimes I had this person I used to work with years ago, right? And if there was a computer problem at the office or something like that, he would shut the whole place down and spend the whole fucking day trying to fix it, right? Whereas someone like me, I'm more inclined to, well, we'll worry about the big problem later. Let's just get the office up and running because we're hemorrhaging cash. Let's find a jerry rig. Let's find a Mickey Mouse. Let's find some way around it to make it work, right? That's sort of what this energy is here. You're like 8 broken cups. Fine, we'll try to fix it, but if we can't, we're just going to go to Target and get some new cups. All right, end of story. You're building a fresh foundation here, right? I think there's some things with whoever this is, whoever that is for you, that you can't fix. And I think you can't fix it because they're too proud. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a family member, could be a friend, could be a long-lost runner showing up here. I don't know. The DM side's just represented by the Burger King here. You know, got to have it their way. But see, you see what I'm saying, right? There's some things that you won't be able to fix, that you could still build a foundation with them, but you don't want to you don't want to jam up like that person I used to work with. He'd jam up the whole office for a day. Hemorrhaging cash. And just no work get done, and he still wouldn't have found the problem, right? You can't play like that. You can't do it like that. You can't fix things with this person like that. Sometimes you just have to accept people for who they are and move forward. Say, okay, well, they're going to continue to be a Burger King. Okay, well, let's continue to try to build. You definitely want to build something new and solid with this person. All right, let's clarify. I'm going to use the little animal deck off of your big animal deck. Bottom of this randomly is a Tower. See, you definitely want to rebuild with this energy. And this reading's all about you and this person. All right. All right, let's go. Pay attention to the recent energy weather update. You'll notice it's a Monday and I'm not doing an energy weather update because the last one I did is still in play. I think it's going to be in play all fucking week, to be honest with you. About taking the long view, taking the long range plans, that kind of a thing. All right. Sometimes you just can't fix the cup right now. You'll get to it later. Let's put a pin in that and let's move on to another broken cup. See what I'm saying? All right. I remember that person too. Oh my God. jam up the whole, well, why don't we just get the computers running and then we can, oh no, we got to fix this problem. We got to focus on, he was real focused. My God. All right, Three of Pentacles. I like your energy here. This is the way to be, right? It gets things done. All right, Three of Pentacles. Okay, tell me about the DF side. Bottom of the deck, I'm seeing it with you. I'm looking at the screen, so I'm seeing what you're seeing. Bottom of the deck is Judgment. This Judgment is crossing the center card I'm going to pull, which is all red with the Eight of Cups. So again, you can get back to it later. You can bring it back later. Don't try, if it's too hard, let it go. You know, it's just do the easy stuff here. And start building the foundation. Work with the supplies you have, all right, with whoever this is. What's on top here? See what I'm saying? Look, you might remember this card from such motherfucking cards as this card, the bigger version, right? Right on top of it. It's everything I said just got validated, all right? You work with what you got. Get started, even if it's small. The universe is showing it to you here. Start small. You know, again, come back to the big stuff later. Right? If you were surrounded by a bunch of dudes, right? Some of them huge, big guys, 6'10", 7'4", and then a bunch of little guys. You take care of the little guys first. You worry about the big ones last. You ain't got time to deal with Andre the Giant. You take care of the little ones first. That's good strategy. That's sort of what this is here. Let's take care of what we can take care of with Mr. or Mrs. Burger King pride here. And then we'll deal with the big stuff a little later down the road, but at least we'll have some kind of a basis, some sort of a conversation started, right? Some sort of a foundation. Now this can apply also just in your own life. Maybe a part of you is too proud, right? Maybe you're having to come to Jesus with yourself here. That's entirely possible too. It's just the energy I'm reading. It could go either way. It doesn't have a name tag on it. Okay, all right. Center card, crossed by Judgment, which is all red with the Eight of Cups. The Six of Pentacles. It's you know, again, do what you can now. Come back for the big stuff later. All right. Plain and simple. What's red with the Three of Pentacles on top of the Three of Pentacles? The goat with its feet on fire. The devil. There's a temptation here to obsess too much on the finer details. Don't. Okay? All energy, all of the energy around us contains opportunity. We use our free will to decide whether we take the opportunity or not. Opportunity flows both ways. Both energies are present, positive and negative. There is an opportunity here for you to focus too much on the finer details. I'm urging you to pass that opportunity by, okay? There's something here that might make you focus. Why did I tell you this story about that person I used to work with? He used to drive me fucking crazy. You're shutting down my entire fucking sales floor because you want to worry about an NT issue that doesn't matter, that we could work around with another computer and get the room going, right? He jammed up on small little details. I mean, he was obsessive compulsive on crack. I mean, I get that. But this is what you might get jammed up on here with this person. And I want you to be careful of that. I want you to resist that. I want you to be like the energy I feel you being, which is, well, we sort it out later. Let's just get it running now. Let's get some foundation going. See what I'm saying? All right. But there is, within the energy, this is a bit of an obsessive compulsive goat. Right? Focusing on the little, be careful about that. All right. There's other cups here. Don't just focus on one. All right. Okay. Let's go. Let's pull on this fucker. All right. Pride. Pride comes before a fall. I don't know. Let's see. Give me the DM side, universe. Give it to me. Talk to me. Let's go. Give me the DM side. There you go. It's good advice for anything in life, really. Right? You need to get your car going on the side of the road. You're going to worry about doing an exact repair, or you're going to use a hairpin to create the electrical connection, right? I used a twist tie once. My car's got these things, well, what most cars do, they have these things in it called fusible links. They're the little wires that blow out really quick, and they run the fuel injection system, the headlights, and things like that. But they blow out to prevent you getting a surge and blowing out your whole electrical system, right? You know, I had one blow out. I had the one that runs the fuel injectors blow out, come to think of it. It's a green one in my car. They're color coded, right? I used a twist tie. Actually, it was 2 twist ties that I twisted together and jammed it in the thing just to get home. It was risky, but it worked. You know, sometimes you just take that chance. The other one, I was convinced the other one blew out because it was old, so I figured it wasn't that big of a risk. You know, it just was an old fusible link. So I didn't sit there all night and try to find a part, have it helicoptered in. I got some twist ties. This will work. You know, if that doesn't work, you could use speaker wire. It's a temporary fix, but it'll get you where you need to go. That's kind of what you're doing here. Worry about the big stuff with this person later. Sort out the little things. Could be a family member, could be a friend, could be, I don't know who's popping in here, could be a long lost runner. It is a powerful soulmate though. It is represented by Burger King energy, King of Wands energy. Right? Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands this time. This person's full of shit. This person is blowing bullshit. I mean, seriously. They a gross polluter of bullshit. Okay, let's see where we go. What's the base energy? The 5 of Wands, yeah. Nonsense. 5 of Wands crossed by the Queen of Wands. Fakey McFakerman energy on the Queen of Wands. I already said it, bullshit, didn't I? And this 5 of Wands is nonsense. It's picking a fight. Somebody coming towards you to pick a fight. This is probably why you're getting this advice. Somebody's pride is hurt towards you, okay? They don't like having to come towards you. They hoped you'd go towards them maybe. I don't know. But the onus was always on them to come toward you, whoever this person is. And they're taking out their petty. It's a petty person. Whoever this is, they're being petty. All right? You ain't got time for that. Don't worry about that. Fix what you can with this person. This person here, they're probably picking fights because their pride is hurt in some way. Let's pull on the, let's use the little light seer to pull on the big light seer. Let's see where we go. Backing up everything I said. Fakey McFakerman crossing the 5 of Wands. It's all a smoke show so they don't have to talk about the big stuff. Fine. They don't want to talk about the big stuff. Don't feed into their little arguments here. Just sort out the little stuff there. You know, that's all. It's a bit like when a parent tricks you and puts the baby aspirin in the orange jello. You know, you still have to do that. I hated that stuff when I was a kid, but you could hide St. Joseph's orange baby aspirin in orange jello, and you never know it was there. You know, that's kind of what you're doing here. You're hiding the medicine in the jello with this person. You're working out some stuff, and they don't want to talk. Anytime you mention anything big, they get defensive. You know, just the small stuff, please. Okay. But I think you can get a foundation for working things out, and later you can reapproach the big stuff in a better energy for that. All right? Everybody, the DM side, very short-sighted right now because of Uranus and Gemini in no small part. You know about that. You know you have to force the long view because I've told you. 5 of Wands, why is it here? Bottom of the deck on their side, the World. Biggest, most powerful card I can pull. It's crossing what will be the center card. Red with Queen of Wands. That's interesting. What's on top here? Page of Wands. You see? All these little flighty energies. Fakey McFakerman, superficial fluff, 5 of Wands, the weakest energy. Somebody here, my party girl, right? Fluffy little Page of Wands here. Woo. Somebody just wants to glaze over the big stuff. Let them in this energy. You can actually sort out a lot. It's like I told you, you're surrounded. You got some big old Andre the Giant's people standing there, and you got a bunch of regular sized dudes. You take care of the regular sized dudes first, then you go for the big ones. If you do it the other way around, the regular side, it's going to take you too long. You're going to get killed. It's not worth it. It's not worth messing with that. This person here just wants to deal with the small stuff. You deal with the small stuff. You could take care of about 6 of these 8 broken cups easily. The other 2 you come back to later under better energy. Center card, red with the Queen of Wands crossed by the World. This is what I want to see. See, it's another small little page. It's a little page. This is big energy. This is big opportunity energy. But somebody behaving small in it. So you need to match their energy here. All right? You need to be the wise one and match their energy. This feels a lot like a family thing to me. It feels a lot like a family or friend disagreement to me. It does. If it's a runner disagreement, you got some serious issues with this person. You got more than one issue. Okay? But this happens a lot with family issues. They don't want to talk about the big stuff. Wait for the energy. The energy will be right soon to talk about some big stuff. What's red with the Page of Wands? More children, right? Three of Pentacles. It's all kids on this side. And I understand your devil now. You know, again, fine. This is about you being on their level, right? If they want to be the little child, you be the little child. If you got to be the grown-up in the room, you're going to have to behave like a grown-up in the room that can play with children. If you're in a room with two kids and you're not a fun grown-up, they're not going to like you very much. But if you're the fun grown-up, look at me, I'm at the top of the stoplight, right? If you're the fun, albeit creepy grown-up, they're probably going to like you, all right? It's even the little girl with no hand, you know? I mean, just don't pick on her about that. Stop it, okay? So, you gotta be on their level here. But I was starting to say, I understand your devil here. I understand the temptation. Oh, it'll be Temptation Island to just nitpick this and really nitpick and try to get this person to open up about the little stuff, right? Try to get this person to open up about the bigger stuff. I mean, the stuff that they want to avoid. Don't force this person to open. Once you see they want to avoid something, move on to another cup. It's what I told you in the beginning, right? If we can't fix the cup right away, we'll move on to another cup. And we'll end up at the end with 6 fixed cups and a couple that are still broken, and maybe they're some of the big ones, but we can come back to that later. The energy will come back around. And I've got Judgment and the World together here, all right? Proof that not only will it come back around, but you'll have a chance to move on to another level with this person, provided you just flow with how they're flowing. They want to be kids, then you be the fun grown-up, okay? Talk about the little stuff they're comfortable with. Fix at least 6 out of these 8 cups. Whoever this is, it feels very family to me, but maybe it's somebody you love very much, a runner, then they feel like family to you. That can happen, you know, I don't know. All right, let's grab the witches. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell us. 3 cards all the way down and a crossing card, all right? I don't know if it wants to talk about you or to you or about this. I don't know. Let's see. What else you want to tell everybody here, universe? Anything? You got a final message for these people? Be careful of this. You will. I can dig it. I can totally dig it. You will be tempted. You see something they don't want to talk about, you want to poke it, right? You want to poke at it. Nah, the devil will tell you that too. The goat will be in your ear. Go ahead, poke it. Poke him. Right? No. Let it go. Move on to another broken cup. You got a whole bunch of broken cups with this person, at least 8. Move on to another one. You come back to it later. Judgment and the World say that. They go together. And yeah, I think you can get past Judgment if you play your cards right with this person. And I think we can build something here on a solid foundation. I say we because I'm with you, you know. I'm like the Force. I'm always there. All right, 3 cards and a crossing card. What do we get here? The crossing card is 9 Wands. All right. There's my little page. Center card. 3 of Wands. And what's red with the Page of Pentacles? The 7 of Wands. 9 of Wands is fueled by King of Pentacles. This person over here, this is not about you. This person over here is determined to get in their own way. There's a lesson. I talked about pride earlier. There is one specific lesson that this person refuses to learn. It's probably something where they have to admit something. In other words, they have to admit you were right. Or they have to admit that they went the wrong way. Or they have to admit that they've made some mistakes in their life. I don't know. It's tough for narcissists to admit, for King of Wands types, whether they're full-blown narcissists or not, to admit that sort of a thing. The message for you is not to give them too much of a push. Let them believe what they want to believe in this current energy. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. But what the cards are saying here, the energy, the way it flows, what I told you about, well, if we can't fix it right away, we move on to another cup. The energy is coming to be able to fix things a lot more. Right now, we could just take care of some of the little shit. You know, it's like prep work sort of a thing, right? All right. Yeah, you're prepping the house for cleaning before the maids show up for the big cleaning. The big clean's coming, I'll tell you what. That's about it. That's about what it has to say. I mean, this person will figure it out on their own, but they've got to really sit in it for a little while. I think what happens here is they don't want to talk about the big stuff, like I said, so you just sort of move on. But I think they feel bad afterward about not talking about the big stuff, because they actually, what the energy is saying here is this energy over here actually does want to resolve everything. I just don't think they're capable of the bigger stuff in this energy. I think they still got their head in the sand a little bit. All right, but there is something that they're very defensive about. If you poke them with it too much, they'll run away for a lot longer than they ran the first time. I'll tell you that. All right, so be careful. Don't listen to the goat. All right. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. All right, good luck.